Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on Equations Part 2. In the previous example, we introduced the idea of simple equations involving addition and subtraction. In this video, we will have equations involving multiplication and division. So let's see what happens. Solve each of the following equations. The first example, 3m equals 12. Here we have multiplication. Now the inverse operation of multiplication is division, so we divide each side by 3. Notice I said divide each side by 3. Remember in the previous video, whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side to keep the equation balanced. So that's exactly what I've done here. I've divided the left-hand side by 3 and the right-hand side by 3. The 3's cancel to give us m, so there's our m. And 12 divided by 3 is 4, so m equals 4. And you can see 3 4s are 12. Example 2, 5y equals 13. Here we have multiplication. The inverse operation of multiplication is division, so we divide each side by 5. So that gives us this line here. And when the 5's cancel, we have y. On this side, we have 13 over 5. Now that's an improper fraction, so to change an improper fraction to a mixed fraction or a mixed number, we have 2 3/5. We've done that in a previous video. So y equals 2 3/5. Example 3, k over 2 equals 3. Here we have division, so the inverse operation of division is multiplication, so we multiply each side by 2. That's exactly what we've done here. Multiplied each side by 2. The 2's cancel to give us k, and 3 2's are 6, so k equals 6. Example 4, 2w over 5 equals 3. So here we have division. The opposite or the inverse operation of division is multiplication. So multiply both sides by 5. That gives you that line here. The 5's cancel to give us 2w. And 3 5's are 15. Here we have multiplication. The inverse operation of multiplication is division, so we divide each side by 2, and that's what we get here, and that's 15 over 2. The 2's cancel, and we get w equals 7.5, because 15 over 2 is 7.5. Example 5, 5h over 8 equals 3.2. The inverse operation of division is multiplication, so multiply both sides by 8. That gives us that line. When the 8's cancel, we get 5h. Multiply those two together to get 25.6. Here we have multiplication. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. Divide each side by 5, which we've done here. When the 5's cancel, that gives us h. Now 25.6 divided by 5 gives us 5.12. So that's the answer. So this video has introduced us to the idea of solving equations where we have either multiplication or division involved. And when we have multiplication involved, we use division to simplify the equation. And if we start off with division, for example, we use multiplication to simplify the equation. And remember, whether we use division or multiplication, we have to perform the operation on each side of the equation, because that keeps the equation balanced, and we explained that in a previous video.